There we go. Almost forgot to hit the record button. Quick plug because I am a narcissist and feel like people deserve to read my stuff. But I haven't been streaming much this week because I've been working on my blog post about the first season of Bang Dream. Because I've done posts for MyGo and Ave Mujica. I'm like, Ave Mujica sucks. Was Bang Dream really that good? And so basically I go episode by episode and just stream of consciousness my thoughts. And it's a good post and you should read it. Jason.moe. Anyway. With that out of the way, we are so close to being done with Pokemon Violet. So we have 3 things we need to do. We have Cassiopeia. We have here we go. We have Arven. And where is it? Why is trespassing so fun? I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Here we go. And we have Nimona. So Victory Road, I believe we will do last, just because thematically it feels correct to finish with becoming the champion. So I have to decide, do I go Cassiopeia first? Or do I go Arven first? I don't think either of them are going to be all that difficult because I have been leveling myself and I'm basically leveled for the end game. And I'm going to be gaining even more levels throughout. So I'm over leveled for all of this stuff here at this point. But I just didn't want to have to break again and level up for the Area Zero stuff. So like, we'll just get all the leveling out of the way now, and then we don't have to do any more grinding for the rest of the game. I suspect that... Actually, you know what? It's daytime. So we'll have to wait until night for Cassiopeia anyway. So let's just do Arven. Let's get Arven out of the way. And then we can do Cassiopeia, and then we can do the Pokemon League. Do I have VODs? I do. I upload all my VODs to my YouTube. I would upload them to PeerTube, but I cannot afford the storage. If I had infinite money for S3 storage, I would absolutely upload all my stuff to my PeerTube. But for now, it's just YouTube. Here we are, the lab. Yeah, I would love to have infinite money and be able to pay for PeerTube. I do have like any like shorter videos that I make on there, because those are fairly inexpensive. Do free cheap option before going into paid options? Yeah. I don't really like spending money. Probably can't tell from the fact that I bought a server to run Owncast, but I don't really enjoy spending money. So I prefer to do free stuff where I can. Could set up a Google Cloud server. Cloud stuff scares me because I see like the horror stories of, oh, I got a $40 billion AWS bill. Like, oh, well, that's not fun. Wants us to go to Area Zero, hey? The Violet Book. Amazon web server? Yeah. But like, it kind of extends to Azure and Google Cloud as well to some degree. The Great Crater of Paldea. Of course I'm going to go. I'm the protagonist. I don't really have a choice here. The web servers are nice for being free. Are they? Oh, that's nice at least. Free trial. Oh yeah. I should probably look into the like pay-as-you-go stuff more rather than the prepaid. I just like knowing this is how much this is going to cost me without having to worry about usage, even though probably if I paid for usage, it would be cheaper because I wouldn't use it, or I would use it in bursts. Alright, let's battle. Now that Mabastiff is healthy, alright. This should not be as difficult as it was my first playthrough, where I jumped in here totally unprepared, because they don't tell you that there's a massive level spike when you start doing these endgame battles. So we should sweep this pretty cool. New Pokemon feel like a PS2 RPG. Yeah, kind of. It's probably... the open world feel of it makes it just not feel like a Pokemon game. It feels like something different. Villain. Actually, I have the perfect thing for this. I was gonna say, Grass Fire is a kind of awkward type because I forgot I have a flying type. and can just destroy this thing. With a 110 base power acrobatics. Garganapple. I'd say I feel bad for making this trivial, but like, Pokemon's never been a difficult game. Get a better team, loser. That's the spirit. Pokemon has never been known for its difficulty, so I don't actually feel bad about making this trivial. I do think his strongest is level 65, so it's not just going to be completely free. It's just going to be mostly free. It feels bad having to do this. I will say, if you do actually want a challenge in Pokemon, if you do a Nuzlocke with a level limit, that is definitely very difficult. The whole point of a Pokemon game is to rush through and start training for competitive? True. No, you have a divide between the competitive crowd who just wants stuff to be quick and easy so that they can get to the competitive part. And then you have the casual people who are like, I want my Pokemon game to be an actual Pokemon game. I'm actually surprised I one-shot that. Isn't Cloyster, like, defensively a wall? Maybe when Gen 10 comes out, I will actually try to get back into competitive. It has high physical defense. Oh wait, does ice not resist grass? Maybe that's why it went down so easily. I miss the days where I knew the type chart backwards and upside down. To be fair, Flower Trick definitely qualifies as a strong physical attack. Cloyster is weak to grass? Okay. My type chart in my brain is not as good as it used to be. Still remember the type chart from when you play competitive? Yeah. I used to know it from playing a lot of Pokemon plus playing competitive, and now that I'm not as into it as I used to be, it is not quite as ingrained in me as it used to be. There we go. So that should be the Titan path done with. So one down, two more to go. someone with championship rank or championship rank level skills, and someone who can deal with crazy tech. I wonder who we could possibly be thinking of. Alright, Path of Legends complete. Get that Arceus. I wish I remembered who Cassiopeia led with. It's probably fine, but I overthink things. The combination of being into competitive back in the day and watching a lot of challenge runs, I tend to overthink the base game of Pokemon a lot because I want to do things optimally. I do not expect Clavel is going to be too much of a challenge. Oh my goodness, it's Clavel. Who could have foreseen this? Never would I have guessed. I will say that is a badass smirk. I do appreciate that smirk. I complain about this game a lot, but that smirk, A+. Wait. Rude. So unfortunately, I do now need to switch. I don't think I had Armarouge's signature move the last stream because I now have Armor Cannon. So that's pretty cool. Gyarados. Water Flying, as ever, is a really awkward type. I just am so bad at team building that I never have an answer to Water Flying in any team that I build. Probably does not help that it's only weak to Electric, but... Interesting. Very interesting. About this. You're gonna use Intimidate? I can use Intimidate too. Poltegeist. Another problem I have is that I am not familiar with the last 2 gens of Pokemon, and so I don't remember any of their types. It's part ghost, I know that. So I should be able to knock off. Will-O-Wisp. Rude. Does knockoff still KO? Surely it does. It does not if I am dead. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Showdown, and the last time I just played randoms because I hate team building and just didn't want to team build. That is the main reason I've never gotten back into competitive since way back in Gen 6, because I just hate building teams. Amoonguss. Speaking of competitive, can we just shout out Amoonguss for managing to be competitively viable for so long, throughout so many generations? It's insane. Every time a new game comes out, it's just there. Yeah, the problem with randoms is that you don't get a lot of time to figure out exactly what all the stuff in your team does. And I never memorized what everything got in a random team, so Amoonguss has to be falling off. I think it's like it and Gastrodon that are like super viable for the first season when a Pokemon game comes out. And then they kind of fall off from there. But yeah, one day Amoonguss will be power crept. But despite Pokemon's best efforts, it still has not been power crept yet. I keep forgetting the one mechanic of this game. There's literally one mechanic in this game that's terrestrialization, and I can never remember that it exists. That's a lot of damage. Surely we outspeed. Okay. I was kind of hoping that battle was going to go more smoothly than that. So that I wouldn't have to go back and heal. Please tell me he heals me. Please heal me, sir. Please. I wish to be healed. Leave it to me, but also please heal me. There's no double templates for Gastrodon this gen. It was at least used in... Why am I doing this? I can fly. It was at least used in Worlds for the first year that the game came out. Was it the first year, or was it the... You can only use... I don't remember. One of the regulations it was used. I assume it was not used in Showdown because it doesn't have the same restrictions, and there are actually way better mons if there are... Yeah, I assume in Smogon it's not actually that good. It's just good in the like limited VGC formats. It's just impressive that it's managed to stay relevant in the limited formats for so long. How do I get to the back? Do I have to go through the school? I apparently have to go inside the school to get outside the school. But yeah, I assume in like doubles OU, there are way better mons than Gastrodon. I did heal, right? I didn't just fly to the Pokemon Center and fly back, right? So Amoonguss has VGC and doubles set. I guess Rage Powder Spore, still to this day, is insanely good. Like, Rage Powder Amoonguss and Belly Drum Azumarill was probably not the best combination, but it was a fun combination for sure. Oh yeah, it gets Pollen Puff now too, so it can redirect, it can put you to sleep, and then it can heal its partner. Give Amoonguss Strength Sap. Maybe. It would be funny. What? I have faith in my bug. I believe he is going to win me this battle. Unless Umbreon keeps spamming Baby Doll Eyes. Alright. It's a good way to permanently power creep Pokemon. I guess until they come up with a Pokemon that, like, counters Strength Sap somehow. Why do all of your Pokemon have Baby Doll Eyes? I would love for you to not spam that move, please. Oblivious Pokemon. Speaking of being bad at team building, I did not build a counter to electric types. It's a shame that Superior is so bad, because Contrary Superior is so much fun to play. Magic Bounce? True. I mean, Intimidate is also another way to permanently power creep Pokemon, as demonstrated by, what's its name? The Fire Cat. Is Superior OU in Gen 7? Actually, I didn't even remember it was OU in Gen 6. Incineroar, yes. Thank you. Back to my grass type again. Meowscarada is just getting so much use in this battle. Two more. I do know she has a Sylveon, which I do actually have a counter for Sylveon. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter if it uses Baby Doll Eyes, because I just crit with Flower Trick all the time. Unfortunately, I cannot Terra because this thing is Terra Fire, which is completely unhelpful right now. I will say, as a competitive mechanic, terrestrialization has grown on me. Being able to just change your type once strategically has been pretty interesting to watch. Superior is NU this gen? That sounds about right. Alright. So that is Starfall Street taken care of. Superior didn't appear in Sword and Shield? Interesting. I'm surprised they didn't get all the starters back for Sword and Shield, because didn't they get all of them back for Scarlet and Violet through the DLC eventually? Or am I talking out of my butt? I could be completely off base. I forgot how long this cutscene is. Wow, it's these guys. Funny to see old OP Mons getting power crept. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of hidden abilities didn't, like, really become such a big deal until Gen 6. I know Gen 5 is when they introduced them, but it didn't really feel like they mattered until 6. That guy looks like the snail legendary. I mean, they all look pretty goofy. Wow, Team Star are saved. It's weird that Pokemon have NPCs that are human version of Pokemon. Yeah. I wonder which NPC actually started that trope. Abra, because that was a human turned Pokemon? Maybe. Is this cutscene almost over? I appreciate this nice story ending, but I also would like to get back to the game. Alright, and we get kicked out. Alright, are we good? Can I do the Pokemon League now? Still more? Draco Meteor. I don't think I have anything that can learn that. Alright, Starfall Street complete. And as much as this is a very non-traditional Pokemon game, it still only seems correct to finish with the Pokemon League. What is going to be the best way to get there? Because I did not go there earlier to pick up the fly location, so I have to now go there by foot or by Pokemon bike. Hello, Gibby. I guess we go up this cliff. Oh, that was easy. Hang on. Where is the Gibby? It's on the roof again, isn't it? I found you. Every Pokegen needs a gimmick. That is true. Alright. What are the types of the Elite Four again? I don't remember. I know it's ground ass type. That's the spirit. I know there's ground, rock, flying, and dragon. I just forget the order. I think dragon is last. Is there another Gimmighoul? Where? It's a very quiet Pokemon League. There's no Victory Road, there's no sound at the Pokemon League. Awful. Worst game. Alright, now it is time for the champion assessment. I have 8 gym badges. I rode on my Pokemon. Obviously it's Mansana Academy, right? I came to become the champion. I want to battle Nimona. Which of the 8 gyms gave me the most difficulty? They were all pretty easy. Wait, was I supposed to do Cascarapha before Levincia? Interesting. Oh no, they're all pretty easy. I guess Levincia. Need a rock type move to be called the Charizard Blender. I am sure there are plenty of people who would be happy with the concept of a blended Charizard. Electric. What's the category of Pokemon you chose to be your first partner? It'd be the Grass Cat. I want to battle Nimona. Yes. Imagine getting all the way to the last question and answering no, and failing the assessment. Alright, here we go. We are finally getting to face the Elite Four. Oh yeah, speaking of Charizard, are you excited for Pokemon ZA to come out and we get Mega Charizard Z? Because Charizard definitely needs a third Mega Evolution. I'm really hoping Rika is the ground type. Yes, she is. Unfortunately, the Elite Four in this game aren't all that difficult. They're like lower level than Arvin was. Not that the Elite Four in any Pokemon game are like super tough, other than Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, where they just are the hardest trainers basically in the Pokemon franchise, because they're all EV trained and have their optimal items and stuff. I am hoping I can just stomp this Donphan real quick. Oh, does it have Sturdy? Awful. I did not know Donphan got Poison Jab. Unfortunately, we are now going to have to switch. Now that I'm poisoned. I didn't realize it is very fitting to have Doug Trio out against Lug Trio. Let's do a bit of a weird move. Oh wait, is this her ace? She's gonna Terra, isn't she? Oh, one moment. I have changed my mind. She is gonna Terra, right? Yes, okay. This thing doesn't get water absorbed, does it? Oh, the protect, but it fails. Please do not double protect. Fair enough. I just need to know that you don't have water absorb. It has water absorbed. No! I guess we do a little damage before we go. Why do you have to poison my cat? This would have been easy if I just had Meowscarada. Alright, there we go. Wait, is she... No, she's not rock, she's steel. Right? Why would you introduce an auto heal mechanic and then make it completely useless? I have plenty of antidotes. And I have loads of ethers. Do I need them for anything? That's fine. That's probably fine. And as ever, I do not have a plan. So we'll spam whatever Armouge's signature move is called. And hope for the best. Yes, she is steel. Okay. Let us spam Armor Cannon to victory. Unfortunately, I have 5 Armor Cannons for 6 Pokemon. Bronzong. Please tell me it doesn't have heat proof. Still unclear. Regardless, it's dead, so it doesn't really matter. So I want to save one of these armor cannons for her ace. So I will have to knock something out with a move that's not armor cannon. It's a video to watch off stream. I see. What if I just send my water type out against this electric type? That's a good idea, right? I have a bad feeling about that thumbnail, but I will check it out. what are the chances that I can outspeed a Magnezone? Pretty good. Oh, and it used the wrong screen. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, but it's sturdy. Oh no. Just to be cute, I'm gonna use Fake Out. Alright. So I have one Armor Cannon remaining. I don't have any waifu mons. Not really. The closest is, I will say that I'm more of a fan of Braixen and Steenie over their evolutions. Who is this child? She is a kid that, like, showed up, and they're like, well, I guess you get to be an Elite Four member. It is very unfortunate that that Armor Cannon didn't KO. It is very unfortunate that this thing knows Stone Edge. Surely I'm overthinking this and Psychic can KO from here, right? Surely. Oh! Light Screen! That's why it didn't KO. Okay, well, without Light Screen, I can probably KO from here. I forgot the stupid Magnezone got off Light Screen. Didn't KO! But it's fine. I am very glad I used Will-O-Wisp, because I'm like, I'm overthinking this and it'll just KO, right? And it did not. I underestimated my type matchups. As much as I complained in Sun and Moon about them reusing gym leaders for the Elite Four, this is very funny. That Larry just happens to be an Elite Four member. Unfortunately, I don't really have an answer for the flying type. I could spam Armor Cannon again. It's fine, I'm over leveled. This is fine. It is also very funny how little you have to change a team to make it a flying type team compared to a normal type team, because there's so much overlap between those two types. This is a fantastic start. Like, I'm pretty sure he just uses Staraptor as his ace for both teams. Yeah, I'm gonna be relying on these things having good secondary types for me to be able to hit them hard. Oh, Larry, you are just playing exactly into my hand. Staraptor already? Mirror match? Staraptor versus Staraptor? I was expecting this to come out last. I was not expecting this. Oricorio. Which Oricorio? Which one is it? It's the stupid electric one. What am I supposed to do against an electric type? Why did I make this team like this? Oh, it missed the KO. Come on. It's teeter dance. Why? Why are you like this? Please hit. Thank you. Flamigo. So this is his ace. Interesting. Why did I think it was Staraptor? I could have sworn that Staraptor was his ace in both teams. Got a crit. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright. The final member of the Elite Four. So my plan is to use Play Rough. And then my backup plan is to cry. And that's the battle plan. I should have tried to find an ice or electric type move for something on this team. Oh, it's fast. Oh, it's very fast. And I missed! No! The crying part of that plan is sounding pretty enticing right about now. That seemed like a pretty good plan there. That is seeming like it might be a part of the plan that comes to pass. I'm glad I'm actually getting a chance to use Dig. Because I've been holding on to it for so long and haven't been able to use it. And now I'm finally getting to use it. Oh, it lived! No! And I'm poisoned! Awful. And I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Wugtrio, you beauty. Please live. Please survive the poison. I wasn't paying attention to how much damage it was doing. Surely we survive one turn of poison. We do. Wugtrio, you beauty. Back into you, I guess. This seems fine. Do we both have Mold Breaker? Nice. Okay, there we go. Finally something dies when you hit it with a super effective move. This is part grass, correct? I think it's Grass Dragon. There we go. Excalibur. How bulky is Baxcalibur? Can it survive a fake out Play Rough? Like, the fake out is actually seeming necessary because this stuff is surprisingly bulky. Oh no! What? Alright. Somehow we did it. I was kind of expecting it to be easier given that I'm over leveled. It is time for us to face the champion. And we get the free heal. Thank you, Rika. Someone in this game understands the usefulness of a free heal. I think I continue to lead with Tinkaton. Just so I can start with that fake out pressure. That seems like a good idea. Let's go. Are you ready to take the final test of the champion assessment? Oh yeah. Here we go. It is finally time to take on the champion of the Paldea region. The top champion. Start with that fake out. And I guess we jump over to knockoff. So 90. 135 effectively versus 130. Technically, Play Rough is slightly better. Other than the fact that it has a mischance. Oh, but the miss! No! Actually, Gigaton Hammer is better than both of them. I should have just done that from the start. Oh, but I can't use it again now. I have to switch. It's fine. We will armor cannon. Nice. King Gambit. I know people complain about the fact that King Gambit comes out so early on her team and her ace comes out last. As much as I would love, actually, you know what? I'm gonna commit. We're gonna use every member of our team in the champion battle because that just is always a fun thing to do. So instead of staying in with the fire type, we're gonna switch to Star Raptor. And then we'll close combat. It's just always like a fun victory lap when you're at the champion and you just have the chance to use every team member. I would love to save you for the last Pokemon. However, I think you are needed now, Meowscarada. Beautiful. Go. I already need Bug Ball. Let's go Spidops. Because X Scissor is definitely gonna hit this thing pretty hard. Oh, the Play Rough miss, get owned. Never catch me missing a Play Rough. Glimora. There's one Pokemon we haven't used yet. I think Wugtrio needs to have the finishing blow here. It would be very fitting given that he was the last member of my team and the one I almost didn't use, that he would get to finish things. Oh, I forgot I can Terra. What am I doing? The one mechanic. This game has one mechanic, and I can never remember it. Is Aqua Jet enough? Yes. Nice. And just like that, we have defeated the top champion. We are now a champion. Uh... Alright. It is now time for us to take on Nemona. Trying to decide who I want to lead with. Wug Trio makes sense because she leads with her Lycanroc. Alright. Here we go. A battle between champions. Oh, get wrecked. So what if I just keep my water type in against this electric type? Because that worked out so well in the Elite Four fight. fighting. That's a secondary type. I couldn't remember what its second type was. Unfortunately, Trio may be dead. Oh. Let's hit it with Psychic, I guess. Quick attack. Wait. Fourth worm. I guess we hang out. Goodra. I have exactly the thing for that. Dunsparce. This is kind of my only option against normal. Is the Dunsparce's cry just Dunsparce's cry but longer? Is that what I just heard? The most boring evolution they've ever come up with. It's so dumb. Alright. Battle of the starters. Here we go. And this time I'm going to remember the one mechanic of the game. It's actually going to be tight because it hits super hard despite being resisted. And we are actually quite close in level. Never mind, we're... I thought it would take that hit better than that. I thought it would take that hit since we were so close in level. We did it. So with that, that is a Victory Road complete. Meaning there is only one thing remaining. Which is Area 0. Can I fly from in here? I have to go. Why can't you just... Alright, now that I'm outside, I can actually fast travel. Incredible. I don't actually know where the gate is. Is it just behind? Oh no. This map took me to the wrong spot. I actually want to be going here. I thought it was weird there was no, like, description or anything. I didn't realize that it never cleared my marker from the Pokemon League. I heard a Gimmighoul. The Zero Gate. The way home. The final objective. All right. Before we get into this, am going to take a quick break. I should be back in just a couple minutes. Give me one moment, gang. Hello. I have returned. All right. We are in the home stretch. Almost done with this game. I am gonna do my best to just go until we're done. All right. Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't walk half a step further to trigger the whatever. It's time for an adventure with a nice little Area Zero polycule we have assembled. You've scared Miraidon. Alright, we're going to the stations to do the locks to do the thing with the stuff. Or whatever. Could have sworn I saw a sparkly around here somewhere. Oh well. Alright, well, I don't get to use my map, I guess. And I don't believe I can use Miraidon. No. do some basic exploring while we're here, because I get distracted by items. Keep feeling like I have to sneeze. There we go. That reflection is so trippy. That does not seem correct. I should lead with something fast, though, so I can run from stuff. There's a Vaporeon. And there's a Hydro Pump. I try to catch the Vaporeon. Did I already catch a Vaporeon? Oh. Well. No, I didn't. That was a legitimate critical capture. Cool. There are a lot of Vaporeon here. I don't think this is correct. Where am I going? I would love to have a mini-map right now. That would be great. Grab this TM. I guess this way? No? It's back toward the waterfall. The other way? It's not super clear where I'm supposed to be going. Is it here? Or is this where we started? Yeah, this is where we started. What? So, about finishing this today. That is starting to look a little bit more difficult because this place is so confusing to navigate. Please, can you, like, walk normally? Thank you. Can you, like, walk normally, please? I found it. Figured it out in the end. Our friendship is on another level, Miss Arvin. Yeah, we made sandwiches together. Truly the height of friendship origin stories. So I assume that's the place I'm trying to get to, that antenna in the distance. Am I able to sneak back here without triggering the cutscene? No. I'm glad I'm taking on this rock type with my flying type. That was a great tactical decision on my part. It's fine, because Lycanroc has my back. I could have sworn I saw a sparkly there. Oh well. gonna let me run this far? Alright, it just lets you kind of wander. I take it back. This game sucks. The range is literally one step away from that item. That is so dumb. I could have sworn there's a sparkly at the base of that room. Arvin and Penny are becoming friends. Incredible. Can I get down this way? Apparently. Cool. Off to research station number the second one. It's a robot Delibird. What type is this thing again? I forget. like steal water. Umbreon, I would love for you to be doing something actually useful right about now. Instead of using baby doll eyes. There we go. Monsters of Area Zero. I think they really are just Pokemon. Do block number the next one. Halfway home. And we have the Violet book. I guess we keep leading with Staraptor, just so that we can like get away from stuff. Further down, I guess. Does this go down? It do go down. I completely forgot that Nimona was a rich girl. I love the trope of like the rich girl who just doesn't act like a rich girl. I see the sharp. Not really a whole lot to talk about here is the only reason I am very quiet at the moment. It's just kind of wandering around searching for the next research station. Does this way go down? don't go down. Back this way, I guess? Not that way? Not this way? Is it that way? Wait, hang on, here's a gap. I'm not going in a circle, am I? I really hope not. I think I'm going the right direction. Is it this way? I spy research station. I'm gonna see if I can grab this item. It's the iron treads. We should be able to just close combat this thing. No problem. And a double intimidate to boot. Irvin, I would have loved it if your Maboss dip could have been a little bit faster. That would have been incredible. In we go. You're right. Now we hit the lock. One more to go. I guess we hit this giant cave. Can I quick ball one of these iron bundle? Yeah, I can. Oh, it's ice water, not steel water. Ooh, I want the iron jugulus. I want to catch one of those things. What are the odds I can actually catch one of those in a quick ball? Hello, Mr. Hydreigon. I wish to capture you. Okay, well. I assume this does not count as a cave, so I'm just gonna try Ultra Ball it. This is turn 3. Turn 4. this is 5. And the reason I'm counting down is because at turn 10, I will want to switch over to timer balls. So this is 6. Seven. Don't even need a timer ball. Actually, knowing what's coming up, I do not really want to be leading with a psychic type. That is what we call in the business a bad move. You ever bike somewhere, it rains while you're inside the store? I don't really have a lot of stuff in biking range where I am, so I haven't really experienced that. I'm sure if I lived in like a more city area, I would, because I'm in Ohio and it rains all the time in the summer here. Midwest America weather is just completely nonsensical. Nothing makes sense. I'm not from the Dayton area. I'm like west of Cleveland. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So you're a fisherman? I am not. I am fairly close to the lake, though. Like 20 minutes from Lake Erie. Was I wrong about the battle that's coming up? I guess it's later. Which way is down? Not this way. The other way. Keep moving downwards until we make it to the lab. It is so difficult to dodge all this stuff. I spy a technical machine. That's a pretty good TM. It is remarkable that I managed to take a wrong turn on a straight path. Alright. We have made it at last to the lab. That sounds like a problem. I have no idea what I want to lead with. I guess that's just generically pretty strong. Alright, it is time to open the gate to the lab. Or not. I have a bad feeling about this, but I don't think the story progresses if I don't, so... It's like a dog. This is like a bad Pixar game. Alright, here we go. All the future Pokemon coming out at us. And by all, I mean the 3 of them. You're gonna Gen 1er the shit out of the commentary? Alright. First things first. Is this the Iron Jugulis? No, this is just this guy. So, fake out Drill Run? Where's Charizard? Charizard is the only good one. I mean, where's the lie? Why is it faster than me? Never mind, knocked itself out. This is fine. Snorlax best Pokemon. That's more like it. Put Curse on your Lax and get an Ubermon. What is this? Electric fighting? Yes, electric fighting. Alright, and now we take on the Iron Jugulis. Oh, the play rough miss again! Arvin, your play rough is so bad. Let me show you how it's done. All right. I cannot ride Rhydon. Okay. Have you seen the new episode of Rick and Morty? I have not. I have not watched any episodes of Rick and Morty. I've watched like 2 clips. I watched the You Pass Butter clip, which is very funny, and then I watched the more extended clip of the 5-minute adventure or whatever the line is. Because those are both memes that I find very funny. And so I'm like, I should watch these clips at least and see the context of it. It's the second Miraidon. Alright, off we go. But first I'm gonna steal the items from his lab. I mean, what kind of a lab guest would I be if I didn't just jack all of his valuable items? You know? Alright. Let's destroy the time machine. There is literally nothing behind that door. You feel like you're in a secure channel when you only have an Owncast stream up in your browser? I mean, it's not that secure, because it is technically accessible to anyone, but I get what you mean. What am I supposed to be doing? Place the violet book on the pedestal. You'll be able to stop the time machine. Do I need to heal? No, I've already been healed. I guess Either I lead with Tinkaton and for the fake out, or I lead with Meowscarada for U-turn. I'm down for the U-turn strats. Do I have any more held items? Anything at all useful? Not really. I guess you can have the assault vest, because I don't think you have any status moves anyway. You don't like the art style of Gen 9? I mean, there are a lot of instances where the models just kind of seem off. But I feel like that's more just the limitation of the engine and them just failing to optimize the game than it is actually the issues with the art style. I don't know. I think ever since Pokemon switched to 3D, they've had a really hard time getting right the models for the human characters. Because X and Y's models had some issues, and then in Sun and Moon, they managed to take a step backwards by getting rid of facial expressions. Because they had facial expressions in X and Y, and then for some reason they got rid of them in Sun and Moon. I guess the human models weren't that bad in Sword and Shield. But they do feel like they have some issues here in this game. Alright. I am prepared. Let's place down the Violet book. It's time for the final battle. I do not know what type any of these things are. So we're gonna U-turn. So it's something that resists bug. Could it be bug steel? Or could it be poison? How am I constantly getting poisoned with Sludge Wave? It's the second time out of the 2 times it's been used in the game. I am dead. I could have survived that if I wasn't poisoned. Can we just kick this guy in the nuts? Well, considering he is a robot, I don't know how effective that's gonna be. Yes. I understand their weaknesses completely, for sure. Definitely am not just guessing at random. Yeah, I think we send in Tinkaton. Wow, that is tanky. The only reason I know Iron Hands type is because I watched it in VGC. Want a Pokemon villain that realizes he's the final boss in a children's game. Surely there's a fan game somewhere in which the characters are just all self-aware that they're in a children's game. Surely someone has made that fan game. Iron Thorns. What type are you? But please let it be psychic. Oh wait. I was thinking of the Gallade one. Oh no. It's so confusing because so many of the future Pokemon aren't Steel type despite having Iron in their name. So I'm like second guessing myself. Is it actually Steel type? Oh wait, no. If I circle throw it and he throws it back out, do I get to learn what type it is? Does that work? Stop using Stone Edge. All those defensive stats. You know, I kind of want the Iron Thorns back out. At least this one I know what type it is. Gigaton Hammer does do more than Play Rough, right? So I'll do 180. This will do 160. It'll do more than 180 because stab. Okay. Well, it's faster than me? Oh no. Oh, it missed! Should've just used Gigaton Hammer. I have 3 max revives. So I have to use those wisely. We got speed, let's go. We don't KO, let's go. Oh, and it gets a crit! Am I going to lose? Because I don't know what type anything is? Crit mattered. It might have. I actually don't know. I don't know knockoff's gonna be enough. I don't want to use Gigaton Hammer for this little damage. I have to risk it with Play Rough. Fortunately, the Assault Vest is doing work. That was a lot of damage because it was another crit! These crits are killing me, dude. How much do I have to do to this thing? Not much. Can I see what type it is now? No. We're just gonna hit it with Gigaton Hammer. Of course now I get the crit, but it doesn't matter. Iron Bundle. This is risky, but I have to go for it. Sending out my grass type against the ice type. And it is faster than me? Oh, but we live. It's okay. Iron Valiant. I would love to heal up some of my fainted stuff, but I legitimately have no idea what type anything is, and so I don't know if it'll actually be helpful. The booster energy. It is the attack stat. Oh no. Come on, Gigaton Hammer, it's faster than me, but we live. And we get the KO! Let's go! And I thought I was going to be over-leveled for the rest of the game. Shows you what I know. I cannot believe that Assault Vest actually helped. Like, it actually saved me a little bit with the flamethrower. It helped reduce that damage quite a bit. Smart to use competitive items. I like just having items on my Pokemon, even though I really don't have a lot of items in this playthrough. These models suck. Yeah. They kind of do. Want a ROM hack that only focuses on the 5 o'clock shadow. That's the spirit. No, my Pokemon. Can I send out Starburst? Can I battle? Can I run away? Can I use an item? Alright, I will do the thing. I can't remember if I figured it out on my own on my first playthrough or if I had to consult a guide. Because does the game eventually, like, hint to you, hey, you should probably, like, look at Miraidon? Or does it just kind of leave you to flounder? I don't remember if it helps you out at all. Oh yeah, Miraidon is here. What's the correct move? Because it's dragon, right? Throw a ball at it. Why can I not Terra though? That would be awesome. Throw a quick ball at it. Unfortunately, it won't let me do that. That would be very funny though. 80 versus 75. Alright, let's hit the power gem. I do hate this mirror match where you're like at the same level and you don't have anything to like hit it. We're gonna kick the Miraidon's butt. Oh, but it's faster. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I do think this is a forced win. I don't think the game actually lets you lose this battle. Okay, yeah. The secondary effect of Electro Drift does not help me here. Oh, he's got a Hyper Beam. No. Use item on the other Miraidon. Has to recharge, so we just keep on spamming. Terror Orb's glowing, let's go. No kill, only cheese battle. Alright, I'm glad you're raising my defensive stats. That's very helpful when I have 1 hit point. But our speed's up, let's go. Terra Dragon. We should outspeed and KO. What happens if you just don't Terra? Will it let you lose the battle if you just refuse to play the game the way it wants you to? No endure. I would love to cheese this battle and play around with what the game will let you do, but I just want this game to be over at this point. As funny as that would be, I would like this game to be done. There's just a lot of things about the game that I don't enjoy. I'll get into it in a moment. It's just not for me. He's going to the future. I don't know if he's gonna survive with all that twitching he's doing, but feel sorry for picking on a guy that is uncontrollable twitches. In my defense, he attacked me first. I do think I am a little bit justified in picking on the guy with the twitch. And he's gone. He's gone back to the future. You love your foster kitten? I feel like I would get along with a cat. Like, as far as I can tell, they're the kind of pet that, like, you hang out when you feel like it, and then they'll hang out with you when they feel like it, and then they'll leave you alone when they don't, and I feel like I would get along with that personality very well. Is it on your desktop? Aw. Is she on, like, the tower because it's warm? Or he or she? I don't know. I should not assume. Oh wait, you said she. Derp. We just saved the region. Let's go. Let's go home. Your cat sounds like a good kitty. It's a message from your foster kitten. I appreciate the message. Tell your kitten that I appreciate the kind words. I don't know how I'm gonna upload this part to YouTube. That is unfortunate. Uh, you know what? I'll just take whatever the copyright strike is. So, does playing this game a second time change my opinion of it? Not really. The performance is actually worse than I remember it being. Normally, I don't even include performance in my critiques of this game because it's Pokemon. It's never been known for having the best performance, but it was particularly bad this time around. The There were a lot of really weird graphical glitches as well, with like graphics popping up where they shouldn't be and menu items not updating completely. It's very bizarre. Offline raids are more stable than they used to be. Online raids are still a complete mess. The story of the game is kind of just non-existent until you complete everything, and then it just all kicks off and it's all the Area Zero stuff. So the story feels worse than every other Pokemon game. I didn't enjoy the star bases at all. The Titans were just kind of there, and the gym challenge was the only actually any entertaining part. But like the challenges before you actually got into the battle, I didn't enjoy. I mentioned a few times that I took a very weird route through the game, and it is cool that you can do that, but at the same time, there's still basically an enforced route that you have to take if you don't want to have to stop and grind between stuff. It doesn't make sense to me to make an open world game and then have an enforced route that you have to take through the game if you want to be able to enjoy it optimally. I don't know. It's not for me, I think is basically my conclusion. That was my conclusion on my first playthrough, and that's my conclusion again now. Is this really a Pokemon song? It's like a song that they commissioned from. What's the guy's name who sings this? I don't even remember. But yeah, the Pokemon Company basically commissioned this song for this game. With all that being said, I will say I did finally buy the DLC. So I will eventually be playing through the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc. I will play the DLC. I hear that Indigo Disc is really good. Unfortunately, you have to play through Teal Mask in order to get to that, which is a bit more of a drag, but Ed Sheeran, that's the guy's name who does the song. They commissioned Ed Sheeran to do this song for Pokemon. I don't know if I'm gonna take a break and do something else before I jump back into the DLC, or if I'm just gonna go for it. I'll figure that out. But eventually, I will play the DLC. The end. It should have been Post Malone. Didn't Post Malone do a collab with Pokemon? Or am I just completely making that up? Oh, did he have a TCG card? Yeah, Post Malone did a thing for Pokemon 25th anniversary. Did he get a TCG card? Oh right, Katy Perry did one as well. They did designs for the cards, but they never released them. For Post Malone, Katy Perry, and J Balvin? I don't know pop culture, so I have no idea who that last one is. As sacrilegious as that probably is. Alright, well now we can change Miraidon to its battle form. Unfortunately, that means that we lose our ride Pokemon, which is incredibly obnoxious, so I will not be doing that. There is still some post-game stuff I have to do as well. I'm your kitten's favorite fetish streamer. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad to have a new fan. Anyway, there is some post-game stuff that I have left to do. And I want to do that before I jump into the DLC. So eventually I will do that. But it's been 3.5 hours. I'm not a professional streamer, so that is a pretty long stream for me. But I am glad to have this done. Despite everything, I didn't hate this game. I don't think it's for me, but it felt less like a chore than it did my first time through. I'm glad it's over with, but I don't hate that I played it. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I will decide if I want to take a break and then come back to it, or if I just want to go for it. So maybe I'll stream tomorrow, maybe I won't, maybe it'll be Pokemon Violet, maybe it won't. I still haven't completely decided yet. But I appreciate everyone who stopped by and hung out. Solid Heron, I appreciated you being here. It's fun to talk to you. But that's going to be it for now, and I will catch you in the next one.